So hello my colleagues, and I hope everyone is well this morning and being safe and careful as things seem to be getting a little worse on the coronavirus front. Um, anyway, I want to pick up here with finding the future value of an ordinary annuity. And an ordinary annuity, as I may have mentioned already, is an annuity where you receive the money at the end of the period, okay? So this is an important word, and I'll highlight ordinary. So one way to find the future value of an ordinary annuity is to calculate the future value of each cash flow and then add up those figures. But there's a lot of ways we're going to do this, and the most important way we'll do it is with Microsoft Excel. Okay? So now here's the equation for the annuity, right? This is the money you're putting in every, let's say, month or every 2 weeks or every week. This is the interest rate you're getting. This is the number of periods or number of payments you're making, okay? So all you got to do is, and this is raised to a power. You should practice that if you don't remember that. And that'll give you the future value of, so if you got a 401k, you could find out what it'll be worth, let's say, in 20 or 30 years. Okay, so it's an important equation, but again, we'll see that in Excel in a little while. All right, so here's a personal finance example, and it's important to look at this. Now, this person is putting in $1,000 a year for 5 years. It's simplified, right? $1,000 a year for 5 years. So this doesn't grow. This is the end of the year, so this doesn't grow, right? And this will be 1 year. It'll grow, and it's at 7%, right? Let's see, 7% here. So you can see these payments going in. So after 5 years, instead of having just 5,000, which would be 1,000 a year, she ends up with an extra $750.74. Okay, so that's good to see. So you can see, and here it is. Here's the actual math behind it, and they plug in the 7% in the 5 years and the $1,000, and you can see that going in. Now, if you have a financial calculator, you can use that, okay? But again, the most important thing to see is a spreadsheet like Microsoft Excel, and here they show you the spreadsheet, okay, of the values going in. Now let me just bring up future value. Let me bring up the payment. All right, let me escape out of here. So if I go to this, and here it is anyway. I could type FV there, but it's here already. Everyone see that? Right here. But you can search for it by typing future value or FV. So if I say okay, this is where the 7% would go, right? So I would put 7%, and you'll notice it converts it to a decimal when you put the percent in. And here's 5 years. Now here I would use the payment, right? Now the money's coming out of your pocket and going into the bank or into the 401k. So I would make that minus 1,000, and you're basically finished, and you can see there's your value right there. So you don't have to use the equation. You just simply put 3 numbers in Microsoft Excel. All right, so I hope that's clear to everybody, and that's nice to know. All right, so that takes care of the future value, and now we've got the present value of an ordinary annuity. So this is present value, okay, of an ordinary annuity. And again, here's now the equation for an ordinary annuity, and this is the present value. Again, you just plug these numbers in. Notice here you divide the cash flows by the interest rate. And again, here is an example, a personal finance example of an ordinary annuity. All right, so, and they can show you how they do the math and go through it. And once again, all you got to do is use Microsoft Excel here, And and again, here it is, and you would just type present value, and you would pop the numbers in here again. 3 numbers, right? And that's it. That's all you have to do. If you have any questions, please email me. And if you need some examples of how to use the Microsoft Excel, just let me know. Okay? All right. So let's run this video, and this may be worth running.
In finance, there is often a need to find the present value of a stream of cash flows to be received in future periods. The stream of cash flows can be mixed with differing amounts spaced periodically through time, or it can be an annuity stream. An annuity is a series of equal periodic cash flows that occur over a finite number of periods. In this example, an ordinary annuity, ordinary because the cash flows occur at the end of each period, pays $700 per year for 5 years, with the first payment coming 1 year from now. How much should the firm be willing to pay today to acquire this series of future payments? The answer depends on the rate of return that the firm wants to earn on its investments. Given the firm's required rate of return, we can use the equation for the present value of an ordinary annuity to determine how much the cash flows are worth to the firm. If the firm's required rate of return is 4%, then we can determine that the annuity stream of 5 $700 payments is worth $3,116.28 today. This means that if the firm pays $3,116.28 today and later receives the 5 payments of $700, it will earn a rate of return of exactly 4% on its investment. If the firm could acquire these payments at a lower cost, then it would earn a rate of return above 4%. But if it has to pay more than $3,116.28, its rate of return would be less than 4%.
All right, so I just wanted you to see that video, and they're worth watching, those videos, okay? And I believe they have a financial calculator built into here. So here it is. So you can see it's interactive. You can set up and you can do all the examples we just talked about, okay? So it's good to know about this calculator here. And there's an online animation for this, okay? You may want to play with that. You should take advantage of these things. Okay, so let's talk about now the future value. We're back to future value, but now we're going to talk about an annuity due. And an annuity due means the payments, the only difference is the payments go in at the beginning of the period. So you're going to put the payments in at the beginning of the period, such the word, I don't know why they use the word due. So you see here it says start of the period. Start of the period. All right? So again, here's the equation. And as you're aware, you'll probably know you're not gonna have to use that equation. Okay, here is the personal finance example of that, and they're using the calculator that I showed you here, okay, to get the future value. But the important thing is the spreadsheet use to get the future value of an annuity. Now you just pop all the numbers in the way I previously showed you. The only difference is, let me open this up again. To tell it it's an annuity due, watch what I type in here. See the word type? Type is a value representing the timing of payment. Payment at the beginning of the period is a 1, so I would put a 1 in there, okay, for an annuity due, and then I would put a 0 for an ordinary annuity, or leave it blank. But it's important to know for an annuity due, you don't change any numbers, you just make that a 1. So you see and there it is, right? The number's larger because the money went in at the beginning of the period. Okay. Any questions on any of those functions? Please let me know, and I'll be glad to help you. All right. So we're going to compare an annuity due with the ordinary annuity, and as I just said, because the money goes in at the beginning of the period, the money will grow quicker. And You'll get an extra year of interest on the each of the annuity due payments, which makes the money grow quicker. So that's the important point here, okay? So its future value is greater for an annuity due, okay? And so you can see here, this was the here was the ordinary annuity, here was the annuity due, and you'll get an extra 7%, right? If you're just doing the holding period return. So it's that, which is the percentage difference, which is the same thing, okay? All right, so this is we're about 11 minutes into this. I'll pick this up at the present value of an annuity due uh, for the next part. All right, thank you, everybody. Be careful and read the chapters. There's a midterm a quiz tonight. Don't forget.